Hi and wel Hi and welcome to another edition of Gunners Are Us. In this edition, we'll be talking over the Daniel Ek Part 2 takeover bid, as well as going through all the ins and outs, possible ins and outs of the transfer window. It is now officially open and Arsenal are sealing the move for their first sale, as in Xhaka being sold to Roma. So with much ado, let's get on with the video. So straight into it, Daniel Ek has bid 2 billion. He's making another bid to Kroenke and is in the region of 2 billion for Arsenal buyout. Now, Kroenke is most probably going to sit tight and say, no, I don't want to sell. And the bid has gone up from 1.8 to 2 billion, but I don't think that 2 billion is going to be enough to tempt Kroenke into selling. I think he needs to go closer to 2.5 to 3 billion before Kroenke even bats an eyelid at what he's seeing, because Kroenke is a sitting. He's a sitting and he's a silent partner in the Arsenal setup there. He's a silent partner. So I don't believe that this bid will be successful. But Daniel Ek's got to try. So he's got to try, and we want the management, we want the ownership to be changed. So I believe it's a good thing that Daniel Ek is going back with an improved bid, but I don't think that it's going to be enough to tempt Kroenke into selling. That said, I mean, the ownership, it needs to be in the right hands. There has to be some sort of fan representation on the board as well. And there needs to be more and better communication between the fans and the actual owner, because currently this owner, Stan Kroenke, he's given it to his son, Josh, but there's not a lot of communication between the owner and the fans. There's not a lot of communication. So it's a stumbling block. It's a stumbling block. It's a stumbling block. So with this ownership, if it can change hands, it would be for the better. It would be for the better. I mean, how much more can Stan Kroenke and the Kroenkes put up? You know, they need to inject some financial input into the club to try and get us to where we're supposed to be, because 2 8th place finishes is not a good return. It's not a good return. We did not break into the top 4. We did not break into the top 6. We've missed out on European football for the first time in 25 seasons, and it's not a good look. So this is a make or break season. This is a make or break. This is a make or break transfer window for Arteta and Edu. They've got to get it right. And so far, it's been all quiet. There has been some news of possible exits, as in Bellerin. He's wanted by Villarreal and Sevilla. Asking price of about 20 million, 15 to 20 million. Whether they get that is another discussion. Whether they get that is another discussion, but 15 to 20 million are going to either Villarreal or Sevilla. We want to see the transfer materialize. It's just open, the transfer window is just open, but this deal or the deals need to be set set in motion, and there needs to be a quickening, I believe, from Arsenal on how they're doing their deals, and time is of the essence, essentially. So we got Bellerin. We could go to Villarreal or Sevilla for around 15 to 20 million. Then next up, I mean, what happens to Guendouzi and Reiss Nelson? Those are two players. Reiss Nelson, he's been relegated to not playing at all. So it's better just to get him off the books. If he's not going to feature, there's no better time to do it than now that the transfer window is open. We should be looking to hear for offers for him. Okay, one move that is close to completing is Xhaka to Roma, and that is reported to be in the region of 15 million, between 15 and 20 million. So that is one that is gonna most probably get done within the next few days, and that will be one official out. But then if Xhaka goes, who's the replacement? Is it Neves? Neves is going to cost between 30 and 40 million from Wolverhampton. So Neves, let's actually have a look and see what his stats are like. Let's have a look and see what his stats are like. But his stats, he's a deep lining midfielder. So it's not a case of his stats. It's more a case of what he'll bring to the team. Now his stats look very okay. He scored 4, 2, and 5 goals in the season, and his assist totals 3, 2, and 1. So he can be improved upon, but what he'll do, he'll bring some steel into the midfield, and we definitely need to improve in that area, especially if we're getting rid of Xhaka. Xhaka, who, when he plays for Arsenal, he is the engine room. He's part of the engine room for Arsenal. And if he goes, then we definitely need to get Neves in to complement Partey. There's been some news as well on Eddie Nketiah. It looks like he might be heading on his way to Leeds for 10 million or in that region. And that's getting another one off the books, freeing up some wages, freeing up some resources, and that will be quite a good piece of business. Now, on to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, his future is up in the air. He's even come out with newspaper reports. I don't understand this. Where is the communication between manager and player? He's come out in the newspapers saying that he needs clarity over his future. Is it with Arsenal? Is it not with Arsenal? Is he going to be sold? He's in the dark, and the transfer window is already open. I thought Mikel Arteta said that there's plans already in place. Well, the communication, by looking at this, by looking at what has been said in the media, the communication looks like it's not open. It's very, very baffling and very frustrating and odd. Very odd. So it's very strange. Also in the media, we were getting reports of transfer for Hakan Chanalug. Channel, I can't even say the name. Hakan Chanalug. And that he's from AC Milan. It would be a free transfer. Would be a free transfer. And he's a Turkish footballer. Is his future at Arsenal? That is the question. Is his future at Arsenal? It would be a free transfer from AC Milan. He's a midfield player. We're being linked with lots of midfield players since we're being linked with a midfield player since we are getting rid of a midfield player in Shaka. So we just have to see what happens. We have to wait and see what happens. Arsenal have had internal discussions about signing Hakan Çalhanoğlu on a free transfer. The 27-year-old Turkish attacker is out of contract with AC Milan, but according to reports out of Italy, has told his teammates he's interested in re-signing with the club. Arsenal have been linked with Çalhanoğlu in the past, but nothing coming of it. But this time there may be this time it may be Arsenal that come out on top in this particular transfer. Okay, so on to other news. Other news: Emile Smith Rowe is going to be offered a new contract, and in fact, I said that Eddie Nketiah, yeah. So it looks like Emile Smith Rowe will be offered a new contract, and that is good news. And we have also, we're still waiting to hear from news on Onana, Andre Onana, the goalkeeper, Cameroonian goalkeeper. We're still waiting to hear back from his appeal for the doping ban that he's serving. So we're still waiting on that one. Bissouma is still there's still the rumors going around. Arsenal are going in for Bissouma. And one player that has been overlooked is Daniel Ballard. Now, Daniel Ballard is an academy product, and he's been out on loan with Blackpool, and he still seems like this season he'll be going out on loan again. So we'll see what happens with him. He's a midfielder or defender rather. So Alexander Osaka is being monitored from Real Sociedad. This striker is being monitored. He's 21 years old. And let's just get a quick look at his details. Yes. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. And also we're being linked with Nabil Fakir, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens there, to be brutally honest. And as I said, this now is the latest transfer news coming to you on Thursday, the 10th of June. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And as I produce more content, things will pick up. Thank you.